here, but in the first two games of this series, the Reds have had their leadoff man on in the first inning.
And then said leadoff man came around to score.
So, let's see what happens. First pitch on the way to Arroyo. He shortens the bunt, pulls the bat back, takes ball one. All right, Nolan McLean, you kind of talked about him a little bit when we set up this pitching matchup. Remember, he gave up 2 home runs. Tyler Stevenson hit one of them. He's not in the lineup, but J.J. Bleday is. And now Arroyo hits a one-hopper, but it's gloved by the second baseman, Simeon. He's got a couple of gold gloves, fields this and throws to first. Arroyo's out, and there's one down. See how the Reds attack him. Because like you talked about, the stuff is electric, but he doesn't always put it where he wants.
Well, what the Reds did in New York is they made McLean throw a lot of pitches and made him come across the plate. Once he did, that's when they took their swings and they hit some good pitches out of the ballpark.
J.J. Bleday watches a strike. Bleday hitting .268, 13 homers, 34 driven in. Now the 0-1. And Bleday takes a fastball down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bleday. 0 for 2 yesterday. Did walk a couple of times and scored a run. McLean's 1-1 pitch, and Bleday sends a fly ball. Left field line, twisting well back into the seats, foul. Wind is blowing from right to left today. Kind of out to left.
A little breezy. Kind of a circle in the stadium there.
There definitely is, yeah. It is breezy. That start against the Reds, we were just talking about. McLean ended up only lasting 1 out into the 4th inning. Reds knocked him out early. He threw a ton of pitches. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, hammered down the right field line, but pulled foul into the seats. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He gave up 7 runs, all of which were earned in that start against the Reds. Now, he didn't walk a ton of batters.
Yeah, he only walked 2, but he pitched behind in the count the whole afternoon.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Bleday. Here's McLean's 1-2 pitch. And Bleday sends this in the air. Left center field. Playable. A.J. Ewing drifting that way. He'll peel off and let the left fielder Soto take it with the wind pushing it more toward Soto. 2 men are out in the first inning. But you could definitely see how good his stuff was in that start.
Yeah, he's got some great sink to the fastball. He's got 2 different types of breaking balls that really break rather sharply. But if you don't ever throw it for a strike, then the hitter can eliminate it. That's what the Reds did in that ball game.
Sal Stewart stands in, and a wave and a miss and a high fastball for strike 1. McLean struck out the side in the first inning in that game, and then started to run into problems after he hit the leadoff man in the second. And it came off the rails for him in the 4th, and he misses inside with a breaking ball here to the right-handed hitting Stewart. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sal has hit safely in each of his last 3. Had a good night last night. He was 2 for 3. Big 3-run home run in the first inning, then would have another RBI late. He takes a breaking ball off the outside corner, and Stewart's ahead of the count, 2 balls and a strike. Nolan McLean was teammates with his right fielder today, Carson Benj at Oklahoma State. Both of them were two-way players. 2-1 pitch to Stewart. It's off the inside corner. In fact, Nolan McLean, after he was drafted, stayed a two-way player up until his second half of his Double-A season in 2024. He was not hitting well. Decided at that point to focus more on pitching, but
more on pitching sliders than hitting sliders?
Yeah, correct, yeah. Turns out it's easier to throw them than it is to hit them.
It's turned a lot of us into pitchers.
3 balls, a strike on Sal Stewart. McLean throws and a swing and a miss. But here's the funny part. Nolan McLean actually had more home runs than Carson Benj in college, and Carson Benj had more strikeouts than McLean did when they were at Oklahoma State. 3-2 pitch. Swinging and a miss. He struck the first. We've played 1. No score. Reds and Mets on the Reds Radio Network. Mets come to bat in the second inning. We are scoreless here at Great American Ballpark on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Nick Lodolo's back to work his pitch, and it's breaking ball in there for a called strike. This is one of those nice days where it's cloudy, but there's no real threat of rain throughout the day today, so cloud provides some nice shade. It's not too hot. A little breeze. Pleasant day to be at the ballpark. Ballpark. Easy for me to say. The pitch misses high. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Semien. Now Lodolo's 1-1. Way in off the plate with the fastball. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. In fact, if you're sitting at your office and thinking, well, you know what, it does sound kind of nice to go down there, there's still plenty of time. We're scoreless right here in the second inning. 2-1 pitch. Semien takes a strike on the inside corner at the knees. And he wants to challenge already.
The pitcher's called a strike. The batter's challenging.
So let's see. And it was a strike.
The call is confirmed. New York has 1 challenge remaining.
One thing I've learned about the Mets is they don't seem real concerned about saving those challenges for later.
Not very good at it.
No, that's the other part.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Terrible. 2-2 on Semien. Lodolo's 2-2 pitch. Down and away. You kind of wonder if maybe that's part of their problem. Knowing the strike zone is a big part of the game, so 3 balls, 2 strikes on Semien. Here's Lodolo's payoff pitch. And he misses inside badly. Semien's aboard. First walk of the game for Nick Lodolo. Brings up Mark Vientos. Kroger has teamed up with the Reds to offer the Kroger meal deal at the ballpark. For just $9.99, the Kroger meal deal includes a hot dog, Coke, chips, and this homestand, a Wonder Glazed honey bun. For tickets to upcoming Reds game, visit reds.com/tickets. First pitch to Mark Vientos. Swung on, bounced foul. Third base side. The count is 0-1 on Vientos. Getting the start today. He was off the bench yesterday and delivered a pinch hit home run. Got the Mets back in it. Vientos hitting .218, 8 home runs, 29 driven in. But he's hit safely in his last 3, and 2 of those games are coming off the bench. Runner at first, nobody out, in the 0-1 to Vientos. He swings and pops it foul off the right side out of play. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, when you're former teammates with a guy that's standing at first base with you, when he gets down there, you can say, nice challenge. Because those two are sharing a laugh, a few of them, both Lowe and Semien, teammates in Texas.
The 0-2 pitch to Vientos is swung on and hit down the right field line. It's a foul ball, well back into the seats. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Vientos. Perhaps Lowe is sharing what the Red strategy has been.
I don't think he is.
You guys might want to try what we're doing. Works out pretty well. 0-2. And it is cranked down the left field line, but pulled foul into the seats by Vientos. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Well, we have a moment. Want to thank our friends at Belterra Park, Cincinnati for providing lunch/breakfast, brunch today. Steak and eggs, wings, Reuben, burgers, quesadilla. It was great.
We've got some pretty good food on this homestand.
Yes, we have.
Penn Station. Who else did we have?
I think that was it. Penn Station, always great. 0-2, the count on Vientos. Off the bag at first base, Semien. Lodolo from the belt, turns it loose. Grounded right back to Lodolo. He fields. Goes to Arroyo at the bag. 1 to first, 2. That is another double play. This one 1-4-3. That erases the leadoff walk. And now Francisco Alvarez will come to the plate as we pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. With the Cowboy Jeff Brantley, our producer-engineer Dave Yiddy Armbruster, studio producer, the broadcast sheriff Dave Keaton back in our network headquarters today. I'm Tommy Thrall. Great to be with you here. Great American Ballpark for the series wrap-up between the Reds and Mets. Curveball misses low for ball 1 to Alvarez. Alvarez hitting .242, 5 homers, 12 knocked in. The pitch to him, cut on and missed. Change up down, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, those double plays are always good for your pitch count.
Bingo.
1 pitch, 2 out.
And a low pitch count is good for your bullpen. The 1-1. In the air, short center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Alvarez is on with a 2-out single. Now A.J. Ewing. He's had a tough series so far. He was 0 for 4 with a walk yesterday was Ewing. Now 0 for 7. He's walked twice in the series. Never did have a chance to play here at Great American Ballpark when he was growing up outside of Dayton. Was supposed to play a high school game here one day, but rain squelched that possibility and never got a chance to play until coming here at the Mets. First pitch, check swing. They ask at third, and Carlos Torres says no swing. 1-0 on A.J. Ewing. He did come to quite a few games here as a kid growing up, making the trip from Springboro. Alvarez off the bag at first, the 1-0 pitch, and a check swing strike on the outside corner evens the count at 1-1 now on Ewing.
Back-to-back breaking balls, and Ewing didn't look real comfortable on either one of them.
Lodolo readies. Here he comes with a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that was a curveball down and away, and he didn't look overly comfortable chasing that pitch either. It's not a comfortable at bat for a left-handed hitter. That's why I'm so surprised that left-handers have had more success against Lodolo than the right-handers, because...
Well, I think part of it is because he hasn't had the breaking ball that he has today.
Right.
Earlier in the season.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the lefty's 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball down and away, and it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Alvarez at first with 2 away. Outfield plays him straight up. A little bit toward the line, actually, for Bleday and left, but now Ewing takes strike 3 called. Fastball froze him on the outside corner. Ewing's down on strikes. That's Lodolo's first punch out of the ball game. Work.
Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online. Fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at ChampionSafeNow.com.
Reds come to bat, the bottom of the second inning. No score, Reds and Mets. Wrap up this 3-game series. Nathaniel Lowe jumps on the first pitch from Nolan McLean, but fouls it back for strike 1. Lowe still looking for his first extra base hit here in the month of June. Only hitting at a 207 clip this month. He takes up and away. Now it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. McLean's 1-1. Swinging a foul back off the hands.
You know what's amazing about Lowe is how many walks he's drawn just here lately. I mean, he only got 4 hits in his last 14 at bats, but he's got 6 walks mixed in there.
Well, it just goes to show you, even though he's not necessarily hitting with the extra base power that we're used to seeing, now he takes strike 3 called. He can still give you a pretty good at bat and find a way on base. He takes strike 3, which tells you that the slug's going to come for him. He's just too good of a hitter. But he strikes out here against McLean. A couple of strikeouts now for the Met right-hander. Here's Eugenio Suarez. Suarez struck out all 4 times he came to the plate in the game last night. He's now struck out in 6 straight at bats. The pitch is up and in. Fastball makes it 1-0 on the Reds' designated hitter this afternoon. Suarez at .217, 7 home runs, 25 driven in. McLean's 1-0 pitch. Suarez swings, skies this one high into the air. Foul outside of first. Mark Vientos over in foul territory past the Reds' first base coach's box. He'll make the catch, and 2 men are out in the second inning as we look at today's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Reds Mets trivia this series. Since the Mets' first season in 1962, how many players who have suited up for New York went on to manage the Reds? A3, B2, C1. In there for a called strike. Count is 0-1 on Spencer Steer.
Since 1962.
Yeah, that was the first year of the Mets.
I can think of 2 because I played for both of them.
Okay, that's a good place to start. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Davies 1.
So is Ray Knight.
Ray Knight, yes.
I can't really think of it.
I'm pretty good with B2. That feels like a pretty good answer to me.
Well, Davey managed the Mets.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he played for the Mets.
0-2 pitch. A little bit too high. You know what? I think he did.
I think he did too. I'm going to go with B.
Okay. He was the one I could think of. I forgot about Ray Knight. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Spencer Steer. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Up with it is Bichette. The peg to first is in time. Red Network.
Top of the third inning, we are scoreless Mets and Reds in this final of a 3-game series. Reds have won both of these first 2 ball games, 12-0 in game 1, 5-3 in last night's affair, trying to sweep the Mets here this afternoon behind the left-handed arm of Nick Lodolo. First pitch misses outside. Here to the catcher today for the Mets, Luis Torrens. Francisco Alvarez caught game 1 and game 2. He is in the designated hitter spot today. 1-0 pitch, foul to the right side, out of play. 218 batter is Luis Torrens, and he does like to swing it. He does not walk much. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lodolo, the short step back to the plate, and a fastball strike up and away. 1-2 now to the right-handed hitting catcher. It'll be Torrens, Zach Short, who's just picked up not too long ago. Breaking ball on the ground left side. Stewart's got to hurry. They're not going to get him. So an infield hit for Luis Torrens. It was a high bounder just to the third base side of the mound. And no chance for Lodolo, and really no chance for Stewart. He just couldn't get there in time. And so that will bring Zach Short to the plate. The pitch. Up and away. Fastball out of the strike zone. 1 ball, no strike count. Lodolo to the plate, a backdoor breaking ball. That'll miss outside, and it's a 2-0 count here to the number 9 batter, Zach Short. Short, not a whole lot about hitting. 167 batter. He really never hit at the big league level. He was picked up on waivers from Detroit just a couple of days ago. The pitch, it is bunted out in front of home plate. Lodolo barehands it. He'll throw to first in time. Lowe taking that throw, so a sacrifice bunt for the number 9 batter, Zach Short, and there's 1 down. Torrens moves on to second for Carson Binge.
Kind of fun watching Jose Trevino direct traffic, telling the pitcher Lodolo to go to first. Don't worry about the runner going to second, and telling Sal Stewart, hey, you got to get to third.
Go back to third. Go back where you came from. So left-handed hitting Binge, who hit the ball sharply his first time up, but he was retired on a nice play by the Reds' second baseman Edwin Arroyo. First pitch breaking ball misses off the outside corner, and Lodolo behind in the count. 1 ball and no strike. He'll check Torrens at second, and a tapper foul off to the first base side into the camera well. 1 ball, 1 strike count. McLean playing right behind Torrens at second base as he takes his lead. Of course, with Torrens being a catcher, he runs okay, but I don't think he's got any designs on stealing third base. The 1-1 pitch, and that's a strike, a fastball over the outside corner. And Lodolo, who fell behind 1-0, is quickly back in command of the count at a 1 ball, 2 strike count here to the left-handed hitting Carson Binge. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, tapped foul over towards the Reds dugout. Count stays 1-2. Well, you'd really like to have a strikeout here. That way you can kind of feel your way around the next 2 hitters, Bo Bichette and Juan Soto. Here's the 1-2 again. Off the glove of Lodolo. Quick recovery by McLean. The throw to third, and Stewart dropped the ball. From Lowe, went down to make the tag, and the ball fell out of his glove.
Well, that was good awareness by Lowe to see that runner, Torrens, trying to go to third. They had him dead to rights.
Deader than a doornail. I don't know how in the world Lodolo got his glove on that ball, But just being able to do so allowed McLean that bit of time to cover behind second base and make the play. So 2 down, runner at third in Torrens, and Bichette check swing. He did not go, and it's a 1-0 count.
Boy, wouldn't that have been a huge break if the Reds would have been able to get that out at third. Not a good decision by Torrens, but he got away with it.
I think he was just caught in no man's land. Fastball misses outside. 2-0 here to Bichette. Bichette has been the Mets' hottest hitter as of late. And after his single in the first inning, he now has a 7-game hitting streak. 2 ball, no strike count. Lodolo back to the plate. He'll miss down and in. It's 3-0. Bichette readies with a 3-0 count. 2 down in the inning. Juan Soto waiting on deck. And that is ball 4 off the outside corner. If I didn't know any better, I would say he just pitched around Bichette right there. But I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see.
Well, you got lefty on lefty now.
Yeah, that's great. That's Juan Soto.
Oh.
Well, Bichette is at first. He does not run well. At third is Torrens. Still 2 down, and here's Juan Soto. Lodolo to the plate. Fastball fouled off to the left side, out of play. It seems to be exactly what he was trying to do as far as Nick Lodolo is concerned, because he just poured in that first heater to Juan Soto. And he is quickly ahead, no balls and a strike, and he was nowhere near the strike zone to Bichette. 0-1 count. Lodolo comes set, looking right at Bichette. Fastball fouled to the left side, out of play, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. Now I'm sure that's what his game plan was. Out in front of home plate is catcher Jose Trevino, giving some signals just in case Bichette takes off for second base as to where the throw may or may not go. 0-2 pitch from Lodolo. And a little looping liner into center field. That's a base hit. Oh, my goodness. That looked like he hit it with a tennis racket. Dropped it just in front of Marte, just beyond any kind of reach for Matt McLean. Hit it right off the end of the bat. That's one of those serves that you hit when the guy charges the net and you just pop it right over the top of his head and hit on the baseline. 1-0 Mets, and here's Marcus Semien. Runners now at first and second base. Score Torrens, gives Soto a base hit. Swing and a miss by Semien. Fastball up and away.
First time the Mets have led in this series.
Semien sets ready. Walked his first time up. And he takes another fastball. This one just a bit off the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Back to the plate, Lodolo. Breaking ball, misses inside, 2-1. I don't know how Soto hit that ball. It was he didn't even swing all the way through. The pitch on the inside corner. Another breaking ball from Lodolo, and he puts it right on the inside edge. I don't think Semien's going to challenge again. I think he thought about it momentarily. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. The Mets are on the board for the first time here this afternoon, leading at 1-0. Pitch inside, moving the back foot of Semien. That's going to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here to Semien, hitting all of .217 on the year. But he does have 9 home runs, and that will garner a bit of attention. Here's a 3-2. Nope. Lodolo turns and looks back at second base. Quickly back to the bag is Bichette.
Simeon has been very good this year with runners in scoring position.
3-2 pitch coming. There it is, and it is over the head of Sal Stewart. That is going to score Bichette. And those two hits combined wouldn't even make a quality fly ball. Off the end of the bat, one dumped in center by Soto. That one dumped over the head of Sal Stewart as he leaps into the air. And it's 2-0 Mets, and that'll bring Matt Tracy, the Reds' acting pitching coach, to the mound.
But you do that when you're not trying to do too much at the plate.
Well, Soto made contact. Simeon does the same here. It's given the Mets a 2-zip lead here early in this ball game. And all of this action coming with 2 down. The ball that was hit the hardest in the inning was off the bat of Carson Benj, and it hit off the glove of Lodolo. McClain comes across the bag at second, scoops it up, and throws him out at first. Other than that, some of the bunts were harder than those hits. But it's 2-zip Mets. And they've got 5 hits on the board. First and third. Here's Vientos, and he'll take a fastball off the outside corner, 1-0. There have not been many first pitch strikes from Lodolo here this afternoon. Second time through the lineup for the Mets. They have plated 2 here in the inning. Fastball, that's going to miss outside. 2 balls and no strikes here to Vientos. Lodolo back to the belt, and to the plate he comes, and he'll catch the inside corner here. Changeup over the inside edge. Vientos appeared to be taking all the way. 2 ball, 1 strike count. You get out of this inning here with this minimal amount of damage, you can consider yourself fortunate. If you give up many more, you're going to allow McClain to relax a little bit and put an additional amount of pressure on the Reds hitters. Here's a 1-hopper past the diving McClain, and another run will score. Wow, 3 straight singles, all coming with 2 outs, and it is 3-0 Mets. The 3, 4, and 5 hole hitters here in this Mets order have all singled. Three runs across, and here's Francisco Alvarez. And Alvarez had a pretty much paper mache hit his first time up. Those runs count. Doesn't matter how you hit them, as long as you give some outfield grass, and the Mets have found it here in this third. Fastball up and away, ball 1. Simeon at second, Vientos at first base. Lodolo behind in the count again, the 1-0 pitch, and it is popped foul to the right side, out of play. One ball, 1 strike count. Lodolo back to the belt, eyeballing Simeon at second, and the breaking ball misses down and in. 2 balls and a strike here to the Mets designated hitter on this afternoon, catcher by trade. Alvarez started the first 2 ball games for the Mets behind the plate. And here's a ground ball, diving catch by McClain, the throw to first in time. It took a spectacular play for the Reds to get out of the inning. The Mets have scored 3 here in the third. They lead the Reds 3-0. Bottom of 3 coming up here on the Reds Radio Network.
For help with your life insurance, retirement, and investment needs, Western & Southern is somewhere you want to be. With one of the strongest life insurance groups in the world, you can feel confident about protecting your loved ones with whole, term, and universal life insurance solutions. Western & Southern is also here to help plan your future retirement with investing strategies that may help grow your wealth too. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started.
Never smiling, never gentle on my mind.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hey, Reds fans, United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, SBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballparks spotless so fans can focus on the game and not the grime.
To fly out of here unexpectedly. Thought my partner was going to climb out onto the railing. First pitch here to Noelvi Marte is a strike over the inside corner. It's the Reds' bottom of the order.
Good thing we weren't in Chicago. Either Chicago.
Might would have clocked somebody in the head down there. Fastball strike over the outside edge, and McLean quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes.
Rolling over there like a ball.
No balls and 2 strikes. Noelvi Marte. McLean eyeballing Torrens. Back to the plate. Hit high into the air, into left center field. Moving to his left is Soto. He'll take it. And there's one down. Thought that ball was hit better than that when it came off the bat.
I did too. I actually thought it had a chance to get out of here off the bat, and it really didn't go anywhere, especially with the wind blowing out to left.
Yeah, he must have hit that off the end. Or off the handle, one or the other. Probably off the end. Here's Reds catcher Jose Trevino. Trevino takes a fastball upstairs. 1 ball, no strike count. McLean's throwing the ball hard. He's been 96 to 98 so far this afternoon. At times, significant movement on that fastball. He paralyzed that one over the outside corner, a 4-seamer. And it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count here to Trevino. Trevino only playing in his 2nd game here in the last month plus. He'll take that one off the outside corner. Looked like a cutter that time from McLean. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. The Reds' McLean waiting on deck. Swing and a miss. Another cutter, and Trevino a bit tardy. Trevino calls time, steps out of the box, now back in. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Nolan McLean to the plate. Ground ball, left side. Backing up is the shortstop short. The long throw, and he throws it away. Vientos could not come up with it on the short hop. That will be a base hit. It was a high bounding hopper. And instead of coming to get the ball, Short backed up into the outfield grass and threw a rainbow to first. And to be honest with you, I think Vientos should have caught that ball.
Well, I also think that Short probably...
It was a misplay on both ends.
Yeah, he probably should have got into that throw a little bit more. Kind of rushed it more than he needed to.
Here's Matt McLean, and he'll take a strike over the outside corner. Sinking fastball. McLean versus McLean. They're spelled a bit different. The pitch. just off the outside edge with a cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Reds have their first base runner of the afternoon and their first hit of the afternoon on the infield variety off the bat of Trevino. And the breaking ball will miss outside. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count here to Matt McLain. McLain in the number 9 spot. Edwin Arroyo waiting on deck. 2-1 pitch. Ripped into left field, and that's going to get down, and it gets by Soto. Only because it's Trevino running, otherwise that's a point. But Trevino on to third base, and that will be, well, it's got to be at least a hit, maybe a double for McLain. That's a tough play for Soto. He tried to come in and scoop it, and the ball just dove down. It bounced right under his glove and caromed right on by him.
That'll give him a double. It hit right off the tip of Soto's glove. That's a really challenging play.
You can't really call that an error because he was he made a great effort to get to the ball.
Yeah.
So second and third, here's Arroyo, and that pitch misses up and away. Boy, this could really turn the tide for the Reds with a base hit here. 3 runs in the top of the inning for the Mets. McLain turns it loose, and he hits Arroyo. A breaking ball, Wilder and a March Hare. The Reds have the bases loaded. How about that?
Well, remember, it was the second time through against McLain when the Reds really capitalized on him the last time around. And
that breaking ball was nowhere near the zone.
No, got him in his back pocket.
Well, that'll draw a meeting. And we'll pause for identification here on the Reds Radio Network. Pitching coach Justin Willard out to the mound. And J.J. Bleday will step to the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out for the Reds here in the third. Reds are trailing 3-0 at the moment. Fastball misses down and in. Looked like a cutter that time from McLain. Right-hander turns, and he will deal. And the fastball misses low. McLain wanted a challenge there. I think he was tapping his bill of his cap. He doesn't get a challenge. And it's a 2 ball, no strike count here to Bleday. Boy, he could really hurt you with one swing of the bat. The pitch. And it is roped into right center field. Long run. Diving catch. Ewing. What a play by the kid from Ohio. Wow. The Reds will score a run. That'll be a sacrifice fly for J.J. Bleday. But, boy, that looked like it had 2 bases all over it and possibly a tie ball game, if not for the great play by A.J. Ewing out in right center field. Wow.
Well, Cowboy, there's no doubt if Ewing doesn't come up with that catch that is going to clear the bases, especially with the speed of Edwin Arroyo. That is some kind of big-time play for the Mets center fielder.
Reds only get 1 out of it, but they've got another chance here with Sal Stewart. Arroyo at first, Matt McLain at second. Cutter upstairs. 1 ball, no strike count.
There is a lot of acreage out in left center field. Ewing shaded towards right, straight away and left for Soto, so a lot of room out there toward the Reds bullpen.
The 1-0 pitch, up and away again, 2-0.
Of course, that's not an area where you see Sal Stewart go very often.
That may very well be a game-saving catch for the Mets in Ewing's play. I mean, bases loaded with 1 out.
Well, Bleday's going to end up at second at least if he doesn't catch that ball.
Well, even if it's short hops.
Yeah.
Even if he knocks it down, he's still going to make it to second. And you're right, with Arroyo's speed, he very well scores on that. Not sure exactly what happened there with Sal Stewart. He was out of the box momentarily. Looked like he had something going on between his chin and his Adam's apple. I guess he's got that straightened out. He steps back in. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It is on the ground to third, backhanded by Bichette. He'll step on the bag, inning over. Well, Nolan McLean, that is, averts disaster with a phenomenal play by Ewing in center field. It is a 3-1 ball game. Mets on top of the Reds as we head to the fourth. Tommy Thrall's coming back here on the Reds Radio Network.
Mets come to bat in the fourth inning. Leading by 2, it is 3-1. A.J. Ewing, who made that great catch diving in right center field on a sac fly from the Reds in the bottom of the third, leads it off. First pitch, Ewing takes off the outside corner.
That's how that works. You make a great play, you lead off the next inning.
It really is amazing how often that does happen.
A lot.
1-0 pitch to A.J. Ewing. There's a strike on the outside corner. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
At least we notice it a lot.
Well, I think that's the big thing. You always notice it when it does happen. Lodolo's 1-1. Ewing takes in the dirt outside. It's 2 ball, 1 strike count. The only strikeout of the game for Nick Lodolo was against this guy. Struck out Ewing looking to end the Reds or the Mets' second inning. Lodolo hasn't had a true 1-2-3 inning. Mets have had base runners in every inning. The pitch. Ewing hits it on the ground by the mound to the shortstop. McLean was playing up the middle. Fields has to get rid of it quickly and throws just in time to get Ewing racing down the line. McLean was taking his time there and then realized he had to get rid of it, and fortunately did in time. 1 down in the fourth, and Luis Torrens will be the batter. That's got a 1-out base hit in the first inning, but he was erased on a double play. Was Bichette off the bat of Juan Soto. So it was kind of a 1-2-3 inning. Fly ball to right, going back on it, Steer. And on the edge of the warning track, Steer will put this away from Torrens. Long fly out for the second out in the fourth inning. And now Lodolo is an out away from a very quick 1-2-3 fourth, which he could use after laboring through the third. 3 weak contact runs for the Mets in the third inning. Soft singles that all led to points. Here's Zach Short. Short dropped down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. It's funny the contrast of the 2 innings, because the Mets got their 3 runs on a lot of soft contact. The Reds hit the ball hard in the bottom of the third inning and only had 1 run to show for it. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 on Zach Short. All goes back to the old adage, hit it where they ain't. The 0-1 to Short. Swing and a miss. The fastball, and the count's 0-2. Lodolo's 0-2 pitch. Just off the inside corner to the right-handed hitting Short. Short was with the Mets very briefly a couple of years ago. In 2024, he played 10 games with New York.
They must have liked him.
Brought him back quickly. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Down on strike, Zach Short. Second strikeout of the game for Nick Lodolo, and he does have a 1-2-3 fourth inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Mets 3, Reds 1 on the Reds Radio Network.
John Crook here. You ever hear sound and immediately know your day just got expensive? That right there, that's the sound of a bad day. Look, on the field, I'm prepared and ready for anything. Off the field, I'm the same way. Because repair bills don't ask permission. They just show up. That's why I have CarShield. Coverage options that help with costly car repairs.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
At Cincinnati Children's, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown health system with a global impact. Every day, we care for every child who walks through our doors because every child deserves the care we give. But we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
Encounter the wonder of the Bible brought to life by the Ark Encounter in Williamstown, Kentucky. Be inspired by the life-size Noah's Ark and go inside to discover answers to your questions as you tour 130 stunning exhibits. Then meet real animals in our zoo. Take the kids to our world-class playground and carousel, and so much more. Experience powerful moments that deepen faith and spark curiosity for every age. Bring the whole family. Go to ArkEncounter.com.
Hey, Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. For Father's Day, skip the tie. Ship Dad Graders instead. Ship frozen to his door anywhere in the country. Sweet Summer Peach just dropped. He'll figure it out from there. Graders.com. Taste the greatest.
Fourth inning. First ball swinging. Nathaniel Lowe fouls it off the Reds dugout for strike one. 0-1 on Lowe. Lowe struck out looking his first time up. Mets are up 3-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Lowe bounces it down the line at first, handled by Vientos. He will step on the bag for the out. One down here in the Reds' fourth inning. Fourth inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. One man out. Now Eugenio Suarez comes to the plate. Suarez popped out in foul ground to the first baseman his last time up. He takes up and in for ball one. They continue to look at Sal Stewart there in the Reds dugout up under his chin. The pitch is a strike on Suarez. I wonder if he got stung by a bee or something.
Well, I don't know.
1-1. Suarez rips a line drive but pulls it foul.
Normally there's not too many bees in that batter's box.
You wouldn't think so. Well, there was that one time where we had a whole bunch of them on the net. Beekeeper Derek Dietrich snapped into action. The pitch up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 on Suarez. Bases empty with one man out. Nolan McLean's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball down and away. 2 men are gone here in the fourth. And let's look at the answer to today's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. Since the Mets' first season in 1962, how many players who have suited up for New York went on to manage the Reds? A3, B2, C1. We both said B2. I feel pretty good about that. There might be one hidden guy in there somewhere.
Might be.
And it was actually C1, swinging a line drive foul down the left field line. So
Davey didn't play for him.
Yes, I guess not. I thought he
just
did.
Managed.
See, I was with you. I thought he had played there and managed there. C1, Ray Knight, who served as Reds manager for the 1996 season and the first 99 games of the 97 season, is the only former Mets player to manage the Reds. Knight began his major league career playing with the Reds in 1974 and remained with the Reds organization through the 81 season, after which he was traded to the Astros. The Mets acquired him in a trade with Houston during the 84 season. He played with the Mets through 86. 0-1 on Spencer Steer. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball too high. It'll even the count at 1-1 strike.
They were counting on us thinking that David played for them.
Yeah, I mean, but I up and in. 2 balls and a strike on Spencer.
That's a little teaser of information.
Yep, you got it. We took the bait. I was half tempted to go with 3. Up and in, right off the handle of the bat, a foul ball.
Well, what they did is they gave us a couple of layups and then punched us right in the gut.
Yes, they did. I think they gave the shortstop Short an error on the Trevino play, so that's been changed from a hit to an error, racing the earned run. The 2-2, strike 3 called. Throws him with a fastball. Down on strike, Spencer Steer. Reds are done in order in the 4th inning. 3-1, Mets have the lead. We're through 4 here at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network. Mets will come to bat here in the 5th inning, leading the Reds 3-1. Top of the order, Carson Bench, Bo Bichette, Juan Soto. Against the lefty, Nick Lodolo. And the first pitch is on the way, and the breaking ball dives down and away. Ball 1-0 to count. If you're listening today on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? Hit on the ground sharply, but toward the middle where Matt McClain was playing. Right near the bag, he gloves and throws in time. Binge is the first out of the 5th inning. Another quick out for Nick Lodolo, and the batter's Bo Bichette. Bichette's been on both times he's come to the plate. Extended his hit streak to 7 games with his first inning single, and then walked and scored during the Mets' 3rd inning rally. Lodolo delivers, and Bichette watches a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike. Lodolo walked him on 4 pitches last time up. Here's the 0-1. Bichette laid on a fastball down and in. His helmet popped off. He took such a huge cut at that. Now he's behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And he was tied up bad by that pitch. See him pull his arms in, kind of gator armed it with that swing. Lodolo's got him down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the lefty's 0-2. And Bichette swings, swats it foul down the right field line, out of play.
Well, you can see Trevino there. He was so far up under the hands of Bichette, you couldn't really even hardly see him.
The 0-2. Change up off the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looked like Lodolo made some good pitches during that 3rd inning. Just wasn't rewarded. 1-2. Bichette fouls this one right off his foot. Fastball down and in on him. And he fights it off. Stays alive. Limping around home plate now, trying to get a little feeling back in that foot after smoking that 1-2 pitch right off of his instep. Ball and 2 strikes on Bo Bichette. Right off the arch of his left foot.
Yeah, you don't normally wear a pad there.
The 1-2. And the curveball's in the dirt out in front of home plate to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lodolo, big breath, back into his windup. The lefty's 2-2. And Bichette loops another one into short right field. Steer on, but can't get it. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Second hit of the game for Bo Bichette. This is his 6th straight multi-hit effort.
I mean, this ball is about to bounce. And he just kind of catches it towards the end of the bat and just dumps it into right field. He was swinging all the way.
He's on. Now Juan Soto with 1 out. Lodolo's first pitch to Soto's in the dirt outside. A breaking ball to the left-handed hitting Soto. He had him down to the count last time up, and then Soto flipped one out into right field. Dropped it in for a base hit. That drove home the Mets' first run in their 3-run rally. The 1-0. Soto hits a line drive over Stewart at third into left field. That's a base hit. Now the Mets with runners at first and second and 1 out. Back-to-back singles, Bichette and Soto. And it brings up Marcus Semien. Semien walked in the second inning, singled in the third. 2 on, 1 out. Bichette's off second. Soto off first, and boy, a double play'd be large right here. Lodolo turns it loose, and a line drive into left. Here comes the left fielder, Blade. He'll have to play this on a bounce. Bichette to third and holding, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out. Well, in this series, this is where the Mets have been at their worst. 0 for 8 in the series with the bases loaded. Kind of hope that continues here, but 3 straight 1-out singles have loaded them up for the Mets. That's the second hit for Semien today with a runner in scoring position. Now Mark Vientos swings. He gets this one in the air to right field. Coming on is Steer. Back to tag at third, Bichette. Catch is made. Here comes Bichette. Here comes Steer's throw to the plate, and it's not in time. Bichette will score. Reds will appeal to third, but he didn't leave early. And it's 4-1 New York on the sac fly to right by Vientos, his 30th RBI of the year. Actually, his 31st RBI of the year.
And if that ball's on line from Steer, he's out at the plate. Because Bichette just can't run. Got that bad wheel.
It was wide right of home plate. You're right. If that throw is even to the third base side, a little bit offline, they've got him.
Dead.
Now the Reds will get Chris Paddock up throwing in the bullpen. Francisco Alvarez, the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Alvarez fouls it into the second deck right side, strike 1. Lodolo gets the sign. Sets ready, now throws the 0-1 pitch, and it's hit sharply through the left side of the infield. That's a base hit. Here comes Bleday up throwing. They're waving around the run to the plate. Throw home, and not in time, and the ball rolls away from Trevino as he dove back to try to tag Soto. He lost a handle on the ball, and Soto's in there.
That's another throw that beat the runner to the plate.
Just offline. Bleday's throw to the left of home plate this time. And I don't think Trevino ever did have a good handle on it when he went to try to tag Soto. Second hit of the game for Alvarez gives him his 13th RBI of the year, and the Mets now have a 5-1 lead. Lodolo's pitch misses down and away. A.J. Ewing still looking for his first hit of the series. 0 for 9 now. The 1-0. And Ewing takes a look at a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. The count is even 1-1 on A.J. Ewing.
And those throws are not something that the Reds work on that all the time. I mean, it seems like it's worked on non-stop.
It's at least once a series. 1-1. Down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on A.J. Ewing. Lodolo backs off the rubber. Ewing using a timeout, so he's out of the box. Back in again. Lodolo's ready to go. And the lefty's 2-1 pitch. Tried the outside corner. Curveball, but he missed with it. 3 balls and 1 strike. Simeon's at second. Alvarez at first. 2 outs in the Mets' 5th. Lodolo fires, and Ewing skies one to left center field. Going back on it, Marte on the track. He won't have a play. It's off the base of the wall. 1 run will score Simeon. Around to third is Alvarez. He's through the stop sign. The throw home from the relay man McLean, not in time. So it looked like they were holding Alvarez up, and he just kept running. And that's going to be it for Nick Lodolo. 4 runs home for the Mets here in the 5th inning. And they have opened up a 7-1 lead on the Reds. Pitching change made. It's presented by Wober's Mustard. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. Chris Paddock being summoned. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, bring your family and friends and save big on concessions with Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesdays. For all Tuesday Reds home games, fans can enjoy select $3 beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. This grand slam of a deal includes something for everyone. Get your tickets for Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesdays at Reds.com/Tuesday.
Think a printer is just a printer? Think again. Today's multifunction printers store sensitive data, connect to your network, and can be a prime target for hackers. At Modern Office Methods, Cincinnati's authorized RICO dealer, they help you secure your devices with advanced encryption and authentication controls. Mom protects your data with automated deletion of stored documents and detects threats in real time with built-in security alerts. Visit momnet.com to secure your print environment today. Modern Office Methods, secure technology for a secure workplace.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. And the Reds will turn to right-hander Chris Paddock. In a Reds uniform, this will be his 6th appearance. 0-2 with a 6.5 ERA.
Paddock will deal with Luis Torrens, and Torrens hits a line drive sinking toward the second baseman Edwin Arroyo. He'll make the catch at a shoot tops on that Sinking and slicing line drive. One pitch, and that's the third out of the fifth. But the Mets score 4 and now lead at 7-1 in the middle of the fifth on the Reds Radio Network.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The third, fourth, and fifth generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Klosterman Baking Company is hiring. Get on-the-job training, excellent benefits, 401k, and more. Visit KlostermanBakery.com/careers. Klosterman Bakery, where family values are baked right in.
Klosterman, better, you bet.
Noelvi Marte leads things off the Reds here in the fifth inning. 7-1. The Mets have the lead. Bottom third of the order, Marte, Trevino, and McLean. First pitch on the way to Noelvi Marte is a strike called. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1 on Marte. Now Nolan McLean's home with the 0-1 pitch, down and away. Reds have their work cut out for him now. And you talked about it earlier, if the Mets got many more, and you were talking about it back in that third inning, then McLean could relax a little bit. Now the Reds put a little pressure on him in the bottom of the third inning, the 1-1. Off the plate outside, it's 2-ball, 1 strike count, but had to settle for just the 1 run. But now McLean has a 6-run lead. Now he can be a little more free and easy out there. 2-1 pitch. Marte pounds it into the ground to third. Waiting back on it, Bichette. Fields, long hop throw just in time to get Marte. And there's one gone in the fifth. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Jose Trevino bats and takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. 0-1. Let's look at today's scoreboard stump. It is breezy today, isn't it?
It is a bit brisk.
Whipping through here, the 0-1. And there's a high chopper over the mound. Handled by the second baseman, Simeon, right in front of the second base bag, and he throws to first to get the out. Might not have a whole lot of time to think about this one. 2 down. 4 active players have led their league in stolen bases and hit 25 or more home runs in the same season. Who are they? 4 active players have led their league in stolen bases and hit 25 or more home runs in the same season. Can you name these 4 active players? Matt McLean takes strike 1.
Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, that would be Shohei Ohtani. No. 1. Strike 1. Too far outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
What?
I don't think he's ever actually led the league in stolen bases.
Okay, what about Ellie?
Ellie has and hit 25 or more home runs. Steve Reich, 1 and 2 on Matt McLean. 67 steals led the league in 2024, and he had 25 home runs that year.
Maybe he's the one that kept Ohtani off the list.
I think so. 1-2 pitch. McClain a protection swing. Fouls it over by Arroyo waiting on deck. One ball, 2 strikes on McClain.
There's got to be some Met on this list.
Yes. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes, Matt McClain. And he was actually Met when he did it. He's had some other stops along the way. McClain's down on strikes. Reds are out in order here in the 5th. We go to the 6th inning. It's Met 7, Reds 1 on the Reds Radio Network. Mets come to bat here in the 6th inning. First pitch from Chris Paddock misses high. You got Ronald Acuna Jr. during the break, which was good. Still have 2 left. There's only 1 in the American League. Swung on, and this is fouled back, and that will end up off the basket of the TV booth to our left. 1 ball, 1 strike on short. Paddock's pitch. Short hits it on the ground to third. To a knee, gloved by Stewart, and he makes the peg to first in time to get the out. Short's down for the first out of the 6th.
I'm still trying to think of the Met.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Well, Carson Bench is the batter, swinging a ground ball right to McClain, but it skips off the heel of his glove. It took a late hop on McClain, kind of a tricky bounce at the end, and McClain couldn't handle it. He'll be charged with an error. Bench will reach. Only the 2nd error of the year on Matt McClain. One on with 1 out, and now Bo Bichette.
Is the American Leaguer a shortstop?
Nope. He's a center fielder. He's back in center, I think, this year. Swung on, lifted to right. Going back is Steer to make the catch. Back to first base, Benj. Two gone, and now here is Juan Soto. Soto already with 15 home runs this year.
Mike Trout, correct. Stole 49 bags, leading the American League, and then hit 30 home runs in 2012. Now here is Juan Soto. Runner at first base with 2 outs. You have 1 left to get. He is a New York Met. And he's active?
Yeah, very active, as a matter of fact. Breaking ball for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Soto, 2 more hits today. 2 for 3. Paddock delivers, and Soto takes 2 high.
And he led the National League in stolen bases?
Believe it or not, he sure did.
The guy at the plate?
Juan Soto.
I'd have never got that.
30,
I guess I would, but
38 stolen bases last year. 43 home runs. The pitch fouled left side. Yeah, kind of surprising, actually, that 38 stolen bases led the league last year. Of course, Acuna led the league with 37 in 2023, so there you have it. Actually, Ronald Acuna Jr. has done it twice. He had 73 stolen bases in 2023, led the league with 37 stolen bases in 2019. 41 home runs both years. 73 stolen bases. I mean, how about the range of league-leading stolen base numbers? Ground ball to first, Lowe fields it while stepping on the bag for the out. 3 unassisted, inning over, an error, and 1 left for the Mets in the 6th inning. 7-1, Mets on top as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Roberts Truck Sales is your trusted partner in high-quality pre-owned truck and trailer purchases. With over 50 years of industry experience, we pride ourselves on offering a wide selection of reliable top-brand vehicles. All units are fleet maintained, including sleeper, box, and yard trucks, plus single and tandem day cabs as well as forklifts. View our inventory at robertstrucksales.com and use the map feature to find a location near you. That's robertstrucksales.com to learn more.
Tommy Thrall, voice of the Reds here. I was at the old ball yard the other day and got to thinking that the catcher is a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program gives you peace of mind and keeps your home pest-free year-round. The program has 3 options, basic, advantage, and premium. Each addresses different needs and budgets and comes with a dedicated technician. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Kick off your 4th of July weekend in Cincy. Enjoy Ohio River fireworks, family fun, and baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds, white, and blue getaway at visitcincy.com.
It's the wrong team. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Marcus Semien will be leading off the 7th when Cowboy has it next inning. Here is Edwin Arroyo. Shortens the bunt, pulls the bat back, watches the strike. The count is 0-1. Reds batting in the bottom of the 6th, down 7-1. Top of the order for the Reds against Nolan McLean, and Arroyo swings and fouls it back. He's down to the count, 0 balls and 2 strikes. He was hit in the back pocket by a pitch from McLean his last time up. And at that point, the Reds had the bases loaded with only 1 out. Had to settle for just 1 run in that inning because of a diving catch by A.J. Ewing on a ball hit toward the gap. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball, and Arroyo's down on strikes. This is one of those games where it's an example of one play can really make a huge difference in the game. I mean, if A.J. Ewing doesn't make that catch, we could be looking at a completely different ball game today. But he did. And now the Mets have a big lead. Swung on, fouled back to the left side. Obviously, that didn't do much for their offense, but it certainly did a lot.
It definitely changed the momentum in this ball game.
No question. 0-1 on J.J. Bleday. Look out, up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike on Bleday. It was Bleday that hit that sac fly. Caught with the dive by Ewing out in right center field. And I think we both thought the same thing off the bat. It looked like it was headed to the gap. Bleday takes a fastball up and away from Nolan McLean. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases are empty with one out in the sixth. Backdoor breaking ball hangs up and away. Now the Reds are going to have their work cut out for them because they're going to have to try to come back against the meat of this Mets bullpen, and it's a really good back end of the bullpen. Now, they don't need to go to their best arms up by 6. The pitch is off the outside corner for ball 4. J.J. Bleday is aboard. So it's kind of one of those situations now where if you're going to make a run, now is the time to do it.
Well, that's the third time through the order. You've already seen him twice.
Sal Stewart has struck out. Grounded to third to end the Reds' threat in the third. Bleday off the bag at first base as McLean comes to the plate to Sal Stewart. Check swing, roller to first. This is a chance for 2. The throw goes to second. And out at second base is Bleday, but Simeon drops the ball on the exchange. And Sal Stewart will reach on the fielder's choice that goes 3-4. He brought the glove down to his throwing hand and just couldn't find the handle on the ball. Then it went rolling right down his arm off his shoulder. Reds catch a break. Otherwise, that is a tailor-made 3-4-1 double play. Fielder's choice instead, 3-4. Nathaniel Lowe's at the plate with a runner at first and 2 outs. First pitch to Lowe on the inside corner for a called strike. Reds are at a point in this game now where they need a big inning. Runner at first with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Nathaniel Lowe, and the changeup misses low on the inside corner. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocery freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. The 1-1. And Lowe barely got a piece of that changeup, fouling it off. A 1-ball, 2-strike count on Nathaniel Lowe. Nolan McLean to the plate, the 1-2 pitch. And Lowe scorches it foul, first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McLean got to the big leagues for the first time last year, was brought up in August. Finished the season with the big league club.
He pitched some of that World Baseball Classic, too.
Ground ball foul, first base side. He did. Represented the U.S. and made 2 starts. That didn't go very well for him either. Gave up 5 runs over 7 2/3 innings, but had 8 strikeouts. He pitched well last year when he came up here. He finished 5-1 at an ERA just over 2. It just hadn't gone well for him this year. Mixed results, the 1-2 pitch. And Lowe hits a bullet over Vientos at first and down the right field line. That'll go rolling into the corner. Bleday's on his way to third, and they'll be holding him up there. Actually, I said Bleday. It's Stewart around to third base on the double into the corner by Nathaniel Lowe.
Nice piece of hitting by Lowe. He'd been getting cutters all day in on his hands, and he tries to get that pitch in on his hands, and Lowe just buggy whips it down the right field line.
Here's Eugenio Suarez. Suarez is 0 for 2. Popped out in foul ground his first time up, a strikeout in his last at bat. Pitch to him is over but low. Fastball down, 1-0 on Suarez. Wind really whipping from right to left today. Has been all afternoon long. Unrelenting so far. The pitch, Suarez swings. High fly ball right field. It sends Benj back. Now he comes back in, and he'll make the catch in medium depth right field to end the Reds right in the 6th. Those strand 2 in scoring position. It's still 7-1 Mets. Back to Cowboy in the 7th on the Reds Radio Network.
Chris Paddock, right-hander, still in the ball game for the Reds as Marcus Semien stepped to the plate. 7-1 Mets, courtesy of a 4-run fifth and a 3-run third inning. All of the runs coming against starter Nick Lodolo. Semien stands in, readies, takes a pitch off the outside corner. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. Semien has walked. He has driven in a run with a single and scored a run after hitting a single in the fifth. Changeup, strike over the outside corner. May have been a cutter. 1-ball, 1-strike count here to the right-handed hitting second baseman for the Mets. He hits in the cleanup spot. There's the changeup. It's down and away, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Reds have only mustered 2 hits here this afternoon against right-hander Nolan McLean. There's a ground ball headed to the shortstop, Matt McLean. The throw is in time, and there's one down. So the first time that Semien has been retired today, he will head back to the Mets dugout on the third base side. That'll bring the first baseman, Mark Vientos, to the plate. Vientos hit into a double play in his first at bat. Singled home a run in the third. With a sacrifice fly to drive in another run. That came in the fifth, and he will take strike one here in this at bat. 0-1 count as Paddock jumps ahead quickly. Curveball fouled at home plate. So Paddock quickly ahead of Vientos. No balls and 2 strikes. And now Vientos will call timeout. He steps back out of the box. Paddock doesn't move a muscle. He just waits for him to climb back in. Now here he comes. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back curveballs, and Vientos swings right over the top for strike 3. 2 down. Here's Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez is 2 for 3 today. Mets hitters have been busy. That was not the case in game 1. And the Reds won 12-0. The Reds have already won the series, and they would have to have some kind of comeback here in this ball game to try to sweep the Mets. That pitch misses outside. A fastball away here to Francisco Alvarez as he steps in for the 4th time. 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Line drive. He is now 3 for 4. Into left field, a base hit for Francisco Alvarez. Every one of his hits have been almost in the same spot. So here's A.J. Ewing. Ewing doubled home 2 runs in the 5th, but he probably has made the biggest impact on this ball game defensively, saving the Reds what they could have had a big inning. Stole a hit away from J.J. Bleday with the bases loaded out in right center field. He'll take that pitch off the outside corner. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. If you play in center field, it pays to be fast. Fast and fearless. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 1-ball, 1-strike count. No doubt Ewing showed his speed on that play, but probably as much as anything, he showed quite a bit of fearlessness diving for that ball out in right center, because if it gets by him, his Katie bar the door. The 1-1 just misses off the outside edge. Fastball from Paddock. 2-ball, 1-strike count.
A little bit of backup. Your corner outfielder, in that case the right fielder, can play behind you a little bit, but
strike over the outside corner. Another changeup from Paddock.
If I remember right, I don't think Benj was going to be a whole lot of help on that play.
No, because Benj was breaking in. 2-ball, 2-strike count. And that's off the outside corner. Now the count is full. 3-2 and 2 outs. Alvarez has a lead about the size of a postage stamp. But he will get a head start here on this pitch. Lowe plays behind. There he goes. Here comes the pitch, and that is ball 4. Just off the inside corner, and that'll bring the Mets catcher playing today behind the plate is Luis Torrens. Torrens has an infield single. He has flied to right, and he is lined to second base. 7-1 Mets, 2 down here in the 7th. Breaking ball, tap foul. Curveball had Torrens a bit out in front. No ball, 1 strike count. Paddock checks second once, now back to the plate. A little looping liner right on top of second. Arroyo will have it, and that'll be the final out for the Mets here in the 7th. They lead the Reds 7-1. Reds heading to the plate here in the bottom of 7 on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Hey, Reds fans! United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule an estimate online at championsafenow.com.
For his 7th inning of work, he has only walked 1 batter this afternoon. He has struck out 6. He's allowed 2 hits. And the 1 run that he did allow in the 3rd inning ultimately was an unearned run after the hit by Trevino was changed to an error. Breaking ball off the outside corner. It's a 1 ball, no strike count. Here to Spencer Steer. Steer steps to the plate to try to lead things off for the Reds here in the 7th. Reds trailing 7-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball top of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Mets have 12 hits and 7 runs here today. Back to the plate, McLean. Breaking ball, snaps a curveball right over the outside part of the plate. He is ahead of Steer at a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Noelvi Marte waiting on deck. McLean sets back to the plate. He bounces the curveball about 3 feet, maybe 4 in front of home plate. That almost knocked Torrens over. Back with a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and away. Steer chases. 1 down. So Noelvi Marte will bat with nobody aboard and one down. Marte 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. He has flied to left. He is grounded to third. He will take a breaking ball up and in. It's a 1-ball, no strike count. McLean wasting no time. Fastball in again off the edge. That one bent Marte back a bit. It's a 2-ball, no strike count here to the Reds center fielder on this afternoon.
It's still kind of a work in progress for him out there.
The 2-0 from McLean. Ground ball headed towards third. It will roll foul. That has been McLean's guys here this afternoon. He has run the fastball in on the righties and then taken that breaking ball of different varieties and moved it away from them pretty effectively. So Marte back into the batter's box as he gets set and ready to go. 2-ball, 1 strike count. McLean eyeballing Torrance, the pitch. And there's a fastball, a four-seamer. That was right down Broadway. Just below the chin of the catcher's mask. Split the plate in half. Two-ball, 2-strike count. McLean turns it loose, and that's going to bounce to the backstop. There have been some pitches today that have been executed with pure excellence, and then there have been others that have come out of the hand of McLean that just look terrible. 3-2 coming, and that is strike 3. He executes that one right on the outside corner, 2 down. Back-to-back punch-outs here in the 7th for McLean, and that'll bring Jose Trevino to the plate with 2 down.
Well, this is nothing like the Nolan McLean that we saw in New York. That guy was overthrowing everything he threw and didn't really seem to care where it went.
Well, he's punched out, what, 8 today?
Yes.
Breaking ball off the outside corner here to Trevino.
And like you said, for the most part, except for those outliers that you were alluding to, he's been in control.
And those were basically overthrown breaking balls.
Right.
There's a line drive into left, and Trevino has himself a base hit. They won't be changing that one. Only the 3rd hit of the afternoon for the Reds. Now there'll be a little meeting on the mound.
Wonder if this is maybe a little bit to buy some time for Brooks Raley.
Well, maybe a little bit of that, and also checking in with McLean to make sure he's all right. He's at the 96 pitch mark. And he's gone well beyond that in other ball games in the span of 3 1/3 or 4 innings. Maybe their pitching coach just wanted to get a little TV time.
Maybe so.
And it's 7-1. Guy's giving up 3 hits. Strike 1 right down Broadway. Fastball from McLean. McLean back to the plate, and there's strike 2. So back-to-back heaters, McLean to McLean, and it's a no-ball, 2-strike count. Matt McLean will call timeout, steps out of the batter's box. Now he's back in. Matt doubled in his first at-bat, struck out the last time up, and he's down 0-2 here, and here's the pitch, and it will be tapped foul over towards the red zone deck circle, right off the end of the bat.
pitching coach ever go out and say, hey, look, this is it for you. This is your last guy, so feel free to empty the tank and give him everything you got?
Yeah, I've had that happen before, but that was when I was starting. Pitch off the outside corner, a cutter well off the outside edge, and it's now 1-2 here to McLean. McLean sense he'll turn it loose, and that is strike 3. A paralyzing fastball over the outside corner at 98. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for McLean. Circled around a Jose Trevino 2-out single. It is 7-1 Mets. We head to the 8th. Tommy Thrall's coming back here on the Reds Radio Network.
We go to the
Guys wearing your jersey. I didn't know you had a jersey.
I didn't either. Here we go to the 8th inning. Zach Short will lead things off. He might have.
Did you pay that guy?
I did. That was nice of him to wear it to the game. I also paid him to put him on the big board. I owe some people a lot of money now. I want to know the count.
Expensive flash.
Zach Short. Paddock throws up and in. 2 balls, no strike count. Sack bunt for Short in the 3rd. Here's Paddock's 2-0 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. 2-1. Oh, my. 8th inning. Reds are down 7-1. Right-hander the kick and pitch. Strike call in the outside corner. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiver claim from Detroit just a couple of days ago. The Mets designated Vidal Brujan for assignment after Monday's game. He played in that game, too. The pitch is upstairs. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And then at the same time, they claimed Zach Short from Detroit. Here's Paddock's 3-2. Short takes strike 3 call. Got him looking with a fastball. 1 down here in the 8th inning. Reds are on the wrong side of a 7-1 score right now with the Mets batting in the 8th inning. Nick Lodolo started this game for the Reds. Lodolo allowed 7 runs on 11 hits. Was knocked out of the game with 2 outs in the 5th. Only struck out 2, walked 2, swung on, fouled away. He did not hit a batter today. Paddock's home with the 0-1 pitch to Binge, and it is lifted high into the air, down the left field line, twisting toward the seats and well back into the seats. That's out of play. It's a no ball, 2-strike count on Carson Binge.
I would imagine the Reds would probably like to finish this ball game with Paddock if he can go that far.
That would be a blessing to the bullpen. The 0-2 pitch. Whacked into the air, center field. Going back on it, Marte still going back. It's going to be off the wall. Marte got turned around by it, and it hits off the wall and caroms back into center field. And over from left is Blade to pick it up, but around to third is Binge. That's just going to be the growing pains with Noelvi Marte in center field. He misplayed it. He was going back over the wrong shoulder. And then when he tried to turn around, he got turned around by it. When he tried to turn back over his right shoulder, he was a little too close to the wall, and it hits right off the wall and bounces right back by him. And he was too close to the wall when it hit off the wall to be able to play it off the fence. Now a shot on the ground, pass low at first and into right field. That's a hit. It'll score Binge from third, and Bichette has his third hit today. RBI single for Bo Bichette. 8-1, New York.
It may be growing pains, but somebody has to pay for that.
Yeah.
And it's usually the pitcher that threw the pitch.
It's a triple, too, for Binge.
Yep.
Strike call to the outside corner. Nothing in one-on-one Soto. Paddock comes set. Pause and pitch. Soto takes up and away, and the count evens now at 1-1 strike. Soto's 2 for 4. Hit into a double play in the first inning and is also grounded out to the first baseman. 1-1 pitch. Way off the inside corner. Runner at first, one away. Run in for the Mets here in the 8th inning. They lead it 8-1. Series wrap up. Reds have already claimed both this series and the season series, winning the first 2 games. Here's Paddock's 2-1, and Soto rips a line drive to the gap in right center. That'll split him, and it'll go to the wall. Cut off by Marte, but around to third Bichette. He's being waved around. Here comes the relay throw from McClain to the plate, and not in time. Bichette crosses the plate standing. 9-1 Mets on the RBI double by Soto, scoring Bichette all the way from first. Still only 1 out in the inning. Here's Marcus Semien. Paddock ready, and the right-hander delivers. The pitch to Semien is taken low and outside. A curveball for ball 1. 1-0 on Marcus Semien.
There's no reason for Bichette to score from first base on that ball. I mean, he was barely even running.
Paddock looks back at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's swung on, and that's fouled back. 1 strike on Marcus Semien. Semien has been on 3 times, a walk, 2 singles. He grounded to short. Paddock to the plate, and it's fouled away off to the right side. That'll end up into the upper deck. One ball, 2 strikes. Paddock the pause and the 1-2. And it's a breaking ball in the dirt outside, and count will level off at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Semien. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball again, fouled back out of play. While Semien was in college at Cal, he was actually close friends with Paul Taboni, who is now the president of baseball operations for the Nationals. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Semien takes up and away, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. They were teammates then. Semien still playing. His teammate and friend has moved into the front office now of the Nationals. Right-hander comes set. Payoff pitch to Semien from Paddock. Swung on, and that's fouled back out of play. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Paddock staring in, has the sign. Now, as he sets, Jose Trevino wants to go out and talk things over with him. Looked like Trevino saw something there he didn't like with Paddock.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Soto giving signs to Semien. I mean, that would be my first thought there.
Right. In this day and age, when everything's electronic, are they relaying pitch grips?
Maybe they're, well, sometimes you can. Depends on how the pitcher sets up. Other times it's just where you set up as a catcher if you set up too early.
Payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball, roll to the third baseman. Up with it is Stewart. Looks the runner Soto back to second. Across the first in time to get Semien. Now 2 men are out.
And that's not necessarily what that was about. It could have very well been, hey, if you're going to throw a changeup here, you got to make sure it's a strike.
But the odd timing of it, right after he had relayed the sign and then kind of went out there and said, hold on. It kind of gets your antenna up a little bit. Vientos first ball swinging, lifts one to center. Another chance for Marte, goes back on it, now comes back in, makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Mets get 2 in the 8th and now lead at 9-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
This tax season, did your CPA fall a bit short of expectations? Dean Dorton's award-winning tax team has your organization's best interests in mind. We don't just file your taxes and say, see you next year. Our experts stay hand in hand with your business year-round, offering guidance and alerting you to important regulatory changes. So your April surprise is nothing more than a pop-up shower. Contact Dean Dorton today at deandorton.com/Reds. That's deandorton.com/Reds.
Hi, it's Dan Horde. Cincinnati weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Reds fans, don't miss the bus for the Reds versus Nationals, August 7th to 10th, as part of a 4-day adventure with Croswell Tours. Explore Washington, D.C. and all its history. Visit gocroswell.com for details.
New pitcher for the Mets is left-hander Brooks Raley. Raley coming on for the 30th time, 2-1 with a 2.08 ERA. Today's Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge contestant, that would be Geneva Anderson from right here in Cincinnati. And if a home run hit by a Reds player during this afternoon's game hits the Toyota hit and win sign, that's located out in right center field. Well, Geneva, You win a brand new built-in-the-USA 2026 Tundra, all courtesy of your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. Geneva Anderson, good luck.
Edwin Arroyo leads it off. Reds have the top of the order here in the 8th inning. The Mets have a new center fielder. Brett Beatty takes over for A.J. Ewing out in center.
No, Beatty's at second.
Oh, okay. My bad. Swung on, ripped down the left field line.
Simeon's out.
Okay, Simeon out again. Thank you.
I misled you there.
I misheard, too. Ground ball to short off the bat of Arroyo. Handled by the shortstop. Throw to first. Gets away from Vientos, and Arroyo will reach. Boy, short.
It's his second error of the day.
Didn't play that well at all. Loved it, then bobbled it, then hurried the throw and made a bad one. He did recover pretty quickly after the bobble, but again, the throw right on by Vientos, and Vientos never got a glove on it. After the bobble, Arroyo had it beat anyway. Short's having a tough
short.
It's having a tough Mets reunion day today. Strike called on the outside corner to J.J. Bleday, and it's 0-1.
Well, the one thing the Mets have to be happy about is the way Nolan McLean pitched today. He threw the ball awfully well.
Did he ever? Soft bouncer to the second baseman. Fielded by Beatty, goes to short at second, and around to first, not in time. Fielder's choice. Bleday will reach on the 4-6, put out at second. That looked to be a tailor-made double play ball.
Well, Beatty is not normally a second baseman. He is a third baseman, and he just didn't come get that ball.
Now Sal Stewart. Boy, isn't that the big difference between playing third base and second base? You got to go get it at second.
Got to go get it. Shortstop and second base, you have to come get it.
Pitch to Stewart is right in there for a strike called. Fastball on the count is 0-1. But credit Bleday, even with the Reds down by 8, hustling out of the box and beating out that double play ball. The 0-1 to Stewart. Swinging and a miss, and a changeup over the outside corner. The count is 0-2. Ewing in center, shaded way over toward right. Dane Myers will hit next in place of Nathaniel Lowe. The left-hander Brooks Raley misses down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Former Red has thrown the ball well for the Mets this year. Here's his 1-2 pitch, and Stewart yanks it into left. That's going to get down and cut off with a slide by Soto on the track. Stewart's still going to try for second to throw into second, not in time. It'll be a double for Sal Stewart, and the Reds have runners at second and third with 1 out. Sal's now hit safely in 4 straight ball games, and he has his 14th double of the year. And it will be Myers for Lowe now. Myers done a pretty good job pinch hitting this year. He has done it a lot. And he's a little over a 300 hitter in these spots. Pitch to Myers, a fastball cutter in on his hands, and a cut and a miss. Strike 1. Overall, Myers is hitting .257. Much better than that, though, when he's been pinch hitting. Now he'll ask for time. Stewart at second. Bleday at third, and Myers skies a pop-up off third. Here's Bichette past the third base coach's box to make the catch. And that's the second out in the 8th inning. 2 away, and the batter will be Eugenio Suarez. Suarez got off to a blistering start in this series. Had 6 RBIs in his first 2 at-bats of the series and doesn't have a hit since. He struck out 7 times. He's 0 for 3 today. Rayleigh into his wind. Here's his pitch, and he misses down and in for ball one to Eugenio Suarez. Now Rayleigh's 1-0 pitch. Suarez takes a strike. The lefty's 1-1. And it's on the ground to third. Backing up to field it, Bichette. He will throw it over to first in time to get the out on Suarez. The inning is over. The Reds threaten again, but come up empty in the eighth. Stranding two more in scoring position. We go to the ninth inning. 9-1 Mets on the Reds Radio Network. Reds are down 9-1 as the Mets bat in the ninth inning. Reds have made some changes. Not on the mound, though. It's still Chris Paddock for the Redlegs. But Dane Myers stays in the game and plays center field. First ball, swinging Francisco Alvarez. Bounces one to Matt McLean, who takes his time, has all day, throws to first. Alvarez is out. And there's one gone in the ninth. Dane Myers staying in the game in center field for the Reds. Noelvi Marte moves from center field to right. Spencer Steer from right to first. A.J. Ewing is the batter. Austin Warren throwing now in the Mets bullpen. Ewing has one hit in the series. And that was back in the fifth inning when he doubled. He takes off the outside corner. Breaking ball from Paddock. Count is 1-0. Ewing's double drove home 2. And it's fouled off to the left side. And that chased Nick Lodolo from the ball game. He walked his last time up. Ewing 1 for 10 in the series. Nobody on, 1 out, 9 runs, 15 hits. Even though the Mets have made 2 errors, they lead at 9-1. A run on 4 hits and an error for the Reds. The pitch is low and in. 2 balls and a strike on A.J. Ewing. Two-one pitch. Ground ball headed for third. Up with it, Stewart gets a high bounce off the lip and throws in time to first to get the out. 2 men are gone in the ninth inning as we pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Two down. Here's Luis Torrens. The pitch to Torrens is in the air down the right field line toward the corner. Marte in pursuit. Out of room. It's foul. Well back into the stands. 0-1 the count. on Luis Torrens.
So you watch A.J. Ewing run down the first baseline, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, he's made 2 plays on the left side of the infield, bang, bang at first because of his sprint speed.
Right. 0-1, down 2-0, which is why you can go get him in the outfield.
Yeah, I'd still go back to that play that he made in the 3rd inning. That just changed the entire momentum of this ball game.
1-1. Torrens takes down too low, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. There's no doubt. I mean, I just think it completely changed the course of it. Paddock's 2-1 pitch. Foul back to the right side. That's out of play. Tough day for Nick Lodolo today, though. Two balls, 2 strikes, bases empty, 2 out. Paddock's 2-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball in the hole at short. Gloved by McLean. Big hop, long throw, got him. And the inning is over. So Paddock works a 1-2-3 9th inning, and Paddock, who came into this game in the 5th, ends up saving the Reds bullpen today. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 9-1. Mets have the lead on the Reds Radio Network.
Baseball is a hometown tradition, and so is Topics Distributing. For generations, we've supplied the Cincinnati tri-state area's convenience, liquor, and corner stores with the products fans count on. From peanuts and popcorn to the latest trends, like even a refreshing non-alcoholic cocktail, Topics delivers what's now and what's next. We're proud to be the hometown team behind your local store. Big enough to deliver and local enough to care. Learn more at Topics.com.
Success is often determined by how well you plan and prepare for life's biggest moments. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you and your loved ones are protected for generations. You can rest assured knowing you've made the right choice, placing your trust in Western and Southern. From life insurance to retirement and investments, Western and Southern helps provide the peace of mind you need so you can be in the moment with the ones you love. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Hey, Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. For Father's Day, skip the tie. Ship Dad graters instead. Ship frozen to his door anywhere in the country. Sweet Summer Peach just dropped. He'll figure it out from there. Graters.com. Taste the greatest.
Right-hander Austin Warren out of the Mets bullpen, coming on for the 20th time and the second time in this series. 1-3 on the year with a 2.73 ERA in his 26 1/3 innings pitched.
Last chance for the Reds. Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle. Digital coupons in the app and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. Spencer Steer leads it off. Steer, Marte, and Trevino. If anybody gets on, Matt McLean. Breaking ball is in for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Spencer Steer. Steer 0 for 3. Ground out to third and a couple of strikeouts. He swings and pops up the 0-1. On the right side of the infield, the second baseman Beatty calling for it. He'll make the catch. 1 gone in the Reds' 9th inning. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. Noel V. Marte with nobody on, 1 out. Pitch to Marte, breaking ball low on the outside corner. Marte had a 7-game hit streak working. Snapped it 0 for 4 on Monday. hitless today, and the 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. 1-1. Reds are off to the Bronx to play the Bronx Bombers beginning on Friday night. 3-game set against the Yankees. Strike called on the outside corner. 1-2 now on Marte. Reds will look a little different when they get back home, though. Ellie De La Cruz, after a rehab assignment over the weekend, is expected to be activated. Probably Tuesday would be the most realistic expectation of Ellie's return, if everything goes well. The pitch is too high, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Noelvi Marte. Pierce Johnson's going to pitch in a rehab game on Thursdays. That's tomorrow, so he's getting close. 2-2. Ground ball down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Rolling into the right field corner. Marte looking for extra bases. He's on his way into second base, and he'll coast in there with a 1-out double. Second double of the year for Marte. And also good news, Hunter Green is beginning his rehab assignment. Hunter will start in Arizona tomorrow. And then he will join Louisville if all goes well. He's actually going to be back in Cincinnati with the team for a little bit before he joins AAA club to continue his rehab assignment. His next scheduled day to pitch, so hopefully everything goes well with that. Pitch to Jose Trevino is in there for a strike. The count is 0-1 on Trevino.
Pagan's got to be getting a little close, too.
He's getting close. He's been throwing. Runner at second, one man out. The 0-1 pitch. Trevino swings, hits it right back to the pitcher. He looks back to second. Marte stays and flips to first to get the out on Trevino. 2 down in the Reds' 9th inning. And Matt McClain makes his way to the plate. Reds will have Rhett Lauder going tomorrow. Andrew Abbott and Chase Burns all scheduled to pitch in the Bronx. 7:05, 1:35, 1:35. The start times in those 3 games in New York. Yankee Stadium. Matt McClain 1 for 3 today. He doubled in the third, and the first pitch is check swing.
The pitch was called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
Catcher thought it was a strike. The Mets do actually have a challenge left. Unlike yesterday, the pitch was high. Now they don't.
The call's confirmed. New York is out of challenges.
I mean, you know, you don't have to use up all the challenges. It's 2 inches above the top of the strike zone. 1-0 on McClain. And he watches a breaking ball for a strike. It's not like you get dinged if you don't use them. There's no rule that says you have to use all your challenges. Nate Tomlinson's been behind the plate today. He's done a nice job. 1-1. McClain takes off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at second, 2 away. 9-1. Mets up on the Reds in the series finale. Reds came into today trying to earn their first series sweep since April against the Twins. 2-1. McClain checks his swing and a breaking ball off the plate. It's looking as though it wasn't to be today. Off day tomorrow in New York. Cowboy and 4 million of his closest friends will be watching the Knicks parade through the financial district of New York City. 3-1 pitch off the outside corner. McClain walks. Now packs the top of the order. Here's Edwin Arroyo.
Yeah, I'll be right down there in the thick of it.
I figured you would.
Can't wait.
Edwin Arroyo. Well, you'll fit right in. You'll blend in with the crowd nicely. They'll think you're a local.
Until I open my mouth.
Arroyo takes a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike.
You're not from around here, are you?
0-1.
Not hardly.
0-1 on Arroyo. First and second, 2 outs. And Arroyo swings and fouls it back to the left side. That's out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
Every time I'm there, somebody somewhere along the line says, "You from Texas?" No.
Oh, Not really that close either. 0-2 pitch. Arroyo grounds it to the shortstop. Short has it, throws to first. On the money, inning over. So is the game. That's all. Reds fall 9-1. Mets take this one. After the Reds took the first two of this 3-game series, the Mets avoid the sweep. And the Reds fall again 9-1, the final score here at Great American Ballpark. We're back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.